The Cholera Years. The United States in 1832, 1849, and 1866. With a new afterword. Written by Charles E. Rosenberg. Published by the University of Chicago Press. Introduction. There has not been an active case of cholera in the United States for almost 50 years, and to the present-day American physician, it is no more than a chapter in a textbook of tropical medicine. To his 19th-century counterpart, it was a soul-trying and sometimes fatal reality. Cholera was the classic epidemic disease of the 19th century, as plague had been of the 14th. When cholera first appeared in the United States in 1832, yellow fever and smallpox, the great epidemic diseases of the previous 2 centuries, were no longer truly national problems. Yellow fever had disappeared from the north, and vaccination had deprived smallpox of much of its menace. Cholera, on the other hand, appeared in almost every part of the country in the course of the century. It flourished in the great cities, New York, Cincinnati, Chicago. It crossed the continent with the 49ers. Its victims included Iowa dirt farmers and New York longshoremen, Wisconsin lead miners, and Negro field hands. Before 1817, there had probably never been a cholera epidemic outside the Far East. During the 19th century, it spread through almost the entire world. Of all epidemic diseases, only influenza in the 20th century has had a more extensive odyssey. Cholera could not have thrived where filth and want did not already exist, nor could it have traveled so widely without an unprecedented development of trade and transportation. The cholera pandemics were transitory phenomena, destined to occupy the world stage for only a short time, the period during which public health and medical science were catching up with urbanization and the transportation revolution. Indeed, cholera was to play a key role in its own banishment from the Western world. The cholera epidemics of the 19th century provided much of the impetus needed to overcome centuries of governmental inertia and indifference in regard to problems of public health. It was not easy for survivors to forget a cholera epidemic. The symptoms of cholera are spectacular. They could not be ignored or romanticized, as were the physical manifestations of malaria and tuberculosis. One could as easily ignore a case of acute arsenical poisoning, the symptoms of which are strikingly similar to those of cholera. The onset of cholera is marked by diarrhea, acute spasmodic vomiting, and painful cramps. Consequent dehydration, often accompanied by cyanosis.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?